Alright guys, I'm just trying to figure out where the game is, but we should be on the way. The draft is already ongoing. I was stalking the Russian streamer here, and they're already there. I just need to find the game. I'm not really sure where is it. But yeah, pretty sure we're gonna be able to find it, and we're gonna be able to cast it as fast as we possibly can. Well, for some reason he just... Alright, low priority? Yeah, I'm on low priority. So they have a Darkseer. So I'm gonna try and look for a Darkseer game. Darkseer. Let's see if I can find it. Vega Madara. Oh, that's definitely the game. Found it. There you go. So, yeah, we should be on the way, ladies and gents. So we have Aframush playing the Enigma, Illidan playing the Drow Ranger, Synderen on his Shadow Shaman, Boogie on the Venomancer, and a Storm Spirit from Walker. On the side of Vega, Mage playing his Tiny, Kazu playing the Darkseer, and it looks like the game is on the way. Thank you all for being here, and hopefully we're gonna have a pretty good game here. I have no idea what to expect between the two teams, and this is also a B01 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's just jump into it. I just need one little second here to finish. Yeah, that's all that I needed, and now we're good to go. All right. So mid lane, it looks like there's a smoke here. Let's see, Walker is gonna place a ward undetected, and he is going for a very aggressive one on the side of Vega, actually. So nicely done right there. And yeah, this is for the qualifier for the Chongqing majors. I actually have no idea how to pronounce this. It's Chongqing. Chongqing seems correct, but I actually have no idea if it is correct. That being said, guys, get comfy because we are about to get started on a pretty hype game here. The Europeans, you know, Synderen, such an amazing guy. I really like him, and I do expect good things from his team. But you know, Kazu is also a guy that I really look up to. So I'm not really sure who I'm cheering for. Who am I kidding? I'm cheering for Synderen 100%, but let's just wait and see what happens here. So the Illidan Drow Ranger gets completely pushed back from the bounty runes, and it looks like Vega, they will control this side of the map, whereas the Happy guys will control this top area here. Do you think that the Brazilian teams has potential to win some international championship? I mean, everyone has potential. Can they feasibly do it? Now that is completely different question. No, potential is a completely different word. But yeah, this looks like a support Enigma from Aframush. Is going to be in the bottom side here. Not sure if I like this. First of all, they have two melee heroes. They both have Stout Shield, so the presence of the Enigma here is not going to be nearly as impactful as one would think. And they already have the Pushka that comes from the Iron Shell, so it's so easy for Dire to dive them. They're already lacking one creep, and the creeps are gonna die so fast. Look at Aframushi already being chased by that axe. He's gonna commit another one, which is fine, but there's no way those little babies are gonna be enough to sustain this. And okay, they will not dive the tower, at least for now, but even then, those babies are barely tickling this little axe here, and the Iron Shell plus those right clicks are most likely going to be enough. They're gonna be completely pressured here in this bottom side of the map. Already a pretty aggressive start by Vega. With good reason, I think. I think this is definitely the right move to go for. Oh, poor Yami there, trying to commit the Spectral Dagger to secure the range creep last hit. Unfortunately, he was not very lucky, and look at that, the babe is already suffering so hard against the creep wave. They're trying to tank the creep wave, and at least in that regard, you know, the babies are going to be useful because it allows the Drow Ranger to actually last hit. Usually, the Drow Ranger would be taking tower, creep damage under tower, because they are just cutting every single wave. They have the heroes, both the Darkseer and the Axe. This is just like Dota 2 years ago. But, even though they have the babies, it still looks like they're gonna get the better end of this lane here, just because they are farming both creeps and the small and large camp here. It looks like Radiant actually blocked this camp themselves, which is a great idea, because at least it limits the amount of farm they can find, but still not looking great for the Radiant, that is for sure. At least in this bottom side. Afromush trying to always deny the creeps, that's pretty good. That is another way to limit how much farm Kazu can actually get out of this lane, but you need to be careful to not feed your babies, because combined they actually give pretty much the same amount of experience and gold that the range creep would give. Alright, they do commit a Venomous Gale here. Oh, the Planar Blast does land onto Sind, but he still has that Fairy Fire, so he's trying to maybe bait the Dire a little bit here. Oh, he commits the... No, Cinderin! Get out, sir! Pops the shot, pops the Fairy Fire, he's gonna be fine, but that was so close. Cinderin almost baiting himself there, but it's going to be fine, at least for now. Afromush still now he's actually positioned on this side of the map, trying to get to the creeps before Dire can get there, but this puts the Illidan in a very precarious position. Oh no, they will force a TP here from the Radiant. It looks like Cinderin will try and TP. He has 1 point of that Shackles, but it doesn't look like it's enough lockdown to actually get the kill, and maybe next time, or maybe it is. They do have the Malefice chasing the X level 3, but the Surge from Kazu will allow the Axe to disengage and pop a salve, so he's going to be ready to fight in a couple of seconds. In terms of the mid lane here, it looks like the Tiny is getting the better end of the trade. In fact, might go for a toss back play onto that range creep. The Mage 3 toss onto the Tiny, but it doesn't look like he has enough damage to actually finish the job off, so it's just going to be a lot of harassing the Storm Spirit. In this bottom lane here, we do see again Kazu, and maybe next time. Oh no, Cinderin, you've been spotted, sir. Can you get out? It looks like they're not gonna chase him down. It looks like the Enigma ended up going top. I really like this. Like, when the laning stage started, I said I was not really feeling the Enigma in that lane, because he actually cannot harass anyone. In this lane, the babies, they actually harass the Wyvern pretty well. Usually Wyvern is pretty good against heroes that has summons, but because of the magic resistance... Oh, Cinderin is getting close. Okay, I think Cinderin is dead. He has the Shackles, maybe not. He has the Shackles ready. He just needs to commit the Shackles when the X is not too close, so he doesn't die. Oh, he's gonna die to that Battle Hanger. There is no way. Oh, he actually tries to get the last hit there, but it looks like they're gonna dive to Illidan. You're being chased. The last boom from maybe next time gets it done, and this is a double kill in the bottom lane, so both first blood and a double kill being given to that Axe. Remember, he's just a support Axe, so he's super happy about it. He already has the Boots of Phases. Looks like this is the Trankos being sent to him. Look at this carrier, so stacked after so much gold being acquired by Vega in this off lane. Now here in the middle lane, it looks like Mage is actually pretty low HP. Do you have another static Remnant? No boots on the Storm, so it looks like the Tiny will be able to walk it off. Storm has 4 more move speed than the Tiny, but when you commit that attack, you will lose a little bit of that move speed, so at the end of the day, the Tiny was effectively faster. The sound in game is muted, just very low. Well, I can increase the volume of the sound here if it's... Alright, maybe this is a little bit better. Now Yami will commit his salve. It looks like in terms of last hits, the Tiny and the Storm are relatively close here. In the offlaners are also relatively close. I guess the Spectre actually suffering more than the Drow. We were talking about how much pressure Dire was putting in this safe lane from Happy, guys. But it looks like the Spectre is having such a terrible game. 13-1, was not expecting so much dominance. But it looks like the Venomancer just very hard to deal with for the Spectre. And now they will commit shackles here, but Syndrome taking damage from that Ion Shell. The silence is gonna be committed. Do they have enough damage? It looks like it's flying pretty fast, and they will lose that axe. Now Kazu should be next. They don't have Malefice in 11 seconds, but the shackles from Syndrome already there with the level 2. Can they find Kazu? He pops a 1. He's trying to run away with the surge, but it's not a high level surge. He will most likely... Oh, the Malefice, the vision! With that ward, they might be able to finally spot Kazu. Can he get the Aether Shock? Syndrome gets it, and that is a triple shrine here. The Jacuzzi being committed by Happy, guys. Nicely done, and they even up the score here, 2-2 in the off lane from Vega. Game sound still low. Now, hopefully this is better. Splinter Blast being thrown out here by the Wyvern. It looks like the Spectre finally gets his level 5. So in terms of levels, the Spectre is actually doing okay. Pretty close to the Venomancer. But in terms of last hits, that's where the problem begins. I guess another problem that Dire was able to give Radiant, that they really didn't do much, is pressuring the tower. Look at the difference here. This tower is almost done. They will get a call onto Illidan here. Nice silence, trying to buy time. Battle Hunger, taking the Drow Ranger down. They do have the shackles here. Can they trade the axe for the Drow? But even if they do, this is a support axe versus a core Drow. They will find maybe next time. Now, can they lock this Kazu Darkseer down? It doesn't look like that's the case. Level 2 Surge has the raindrops and a stick. There is no way the Storm has enough gas in the tank to chase that bad boy. And the Venomancer will be zoned out by the Arctic Burn from the Wyvern, but it looks like it doesn't last much. And Mr. Venomancer here with the level 3 Poison Sting already going back and trying to chase the Wyvern a little bit. It looks like he might find Paxu here. The Venomous Gale actually does not clip the Wyvern, and they will be able to walk it off, but maybe not. Paxu, you're so low HP. You need to be careful using the trees beautifully here. No vision from Plague Wars, which means that there's not going to be... Please, louder. Do you guys want it even louder? Are you guys serious? I don't know if you're serious or not. I actually don't know, so let me know if it's terrible.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All right, I'm actually gonna make a poll here because okay, the Arctic Burn. It looks like he's gonna be fine. Okay, so everyone is serious. Let me just. I think I lost the kill. Open volume mixer. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Dota is loud now. Okay. So yeah, keep me informed if the sound is loud enough now. Why is the Snakes of Venom don't get the bonus damage from Drow Ranger? Because that would be OP. Because, and I mean, the Serpent Wards from the Shaman also don't get the bonus. Because that would be pretty OP. Oh, speaking of those wards, they're gonna be laid out here. The Berserker Skull gets used, but there's no way that the X is gonna sustain that amount of armor. And, alright, so some people say too loud, some... Louder, please. Guys, stop baiting me, alright? Is it too loud?
Top tower is under attack.
I don't know.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Kazu
attack.
gets his level 6, level 3 Surge and Ion Shell. It looks like the Enigma is level 5, so we are approaching that black hole. Alright, we are approaching a black hole, and we do see Happy Guys posturing here to get 2 bounties in this top area, so they did switch it up. It looks like Kazu here trying to avoid those Serpent Wards, and look at that, we have Pax kinda in position. He doesn't have Winter's Curse, so there is no way that he can get something done here. They kind of get a call into the Storm, but who's baiting who here with this level 8 Storm? They'll just get the kill. Syndrome shows up, is level 6 already, and they could be ready to start pushing this. There's no Serpent Wars, but with this Catapult and the Aura ready here for the Drow Ranger, this could be a great time for them to fight Yami. Already level 6 has the Haunt available, but for now he's holding on to it. In terms of goal lead, it's actually pretty even after Mush with... Oh, where is that black hole? There you have it! The Venomous Gale, the right clicks from this Venomancer. There's no way Yami, he actually even tries to farm the babies there, knowing that he was completely dead. No point in trying to commit the Haunt. He would tick down for the Venomous Gale as well as the Poison Sting anyways. Speaking of mage, he has 1200 gold, he has an invis rune getting pretty close to the blink dagger, and oh, it looks like they already TP now from Mushir. He gets level 8 out of that black hole, and now the silence onto the tiny. He will disengage thanks to the surge, and now the hardy army is back and he wants revenge. The toss will find the enigma, and it looks like the specter will find that poor Illidan Drow Ranger. And you know, usually you would say that the Drow Ranger lineup would be getting early towers, but this tiny, he is ready to claim a tier 1 with his team, and this is a great start for the specter. Although the specter is not having the greatest of games, definitely a counter to the Drow Ranger, and as long as you can get that gold, that reliable gold for Spectre, there will be you know, a lot of presence in the mid game for that hero. Just lower the voice, it's the easy fix. Don't move the mountain, move the man. Alright, I cannot lower the voice, so I'm going to increase the sound even more. Okay. Actually, I can lower the voice. I'm gonna lower just a tad bit. Alright, so, yeah, this is actually... Oh, alright. This might be okay. This might be okay. Perfect. Thanks for casting nonetheless. Oh, no problem, man. It's a pleasure having you guys around. It looks like the Invis finally gets used by Mage. And with that Surge and Iron Shell... Oh, but they are waiting! Cinder and you, madman! You are clicking that inventory, and I know it, Mage! There is no magic that's gonna make you survive this. Cinderin was ready as all hell for this, and he finds it. What a player. Oh boy, now Pexu, he has that Winter's Curse available, level 6 on the Little Wyvern, but still waiting for a good time to find a kill. They don't really have any good setups, besides I guess a toss back with the Winter's Curse. But they do have a lot of right clickers, so if they can get a good Winter's Curse, they could definitely kill one of the supports, maybe even the Enigma. There's also the utility of having that black hole cancel. And look at Syndrome, he gets the vision here, he's gonna fight maybe next time. But who's fighting who? They will commit. Oh no, Syndrome, you're gonna get munched out by that Star Spirit, or maybe not. He's still alive, ticking for the Battle Hunger, the toss from Mage. They try and find Walker, but he's going to be fine for a while. Kazu with the vacuum gets dodged by the storm, but he's out of mana, and he is out of life points. They will keep on chasing with that surge onto Mage. Where's the toss back? Illidan, can you get out of this sticky situation here? The Silence trying to buy time, but they have Blink Dagger onto Tiny with that Iron Shell and the Avalanche. That is another kill. 3 heroes dead on the side of Happy, guys. They don't seem that happy anymore. They did find the X, and now it's Yami fighting this Enigma. They're gonna buy back the Drow Ranger. Do they have a black hole? 5 seconds and ticking down. They will have it done. Oh boy, are you guys overextending? The black hole's gonna be there. Mage, where's the Avalanche cancel? It's gonna be on point, and it looks like Kazu's still surviving, but the right clicks from the buyback from Illidan. They find another one, and Yami, he's coming back. This is going to be a 5-man wipe, or will it? They find the Spectre here. Walker with the huge ball lightning will find another kill, and the blink out from Tiny will allow him to disengage. Huge fight here on both sides. It looks like it is the end, or maybe not. They get the Battle Hunger. They are chasing the toss. The call will get dodged by the last remainder of mana on the Storm. Great play by Walker once again. Alright. So they will get out. Enigma here, already level 9. So this Enigma's having a great game here in terms of levels. He is pretty much... Oh, wait. Hello? Oh, Winter's Curse. Gets the Winter's Curse, finds a bounty. That's okay. That's fair. Mage will commit his bottle here. There's an Arcane Rune top that no one has vision of. And now we are waiting for from the Storm. They have their wards ready, and it looks like they just want to be sure this is going to be a free tier 1 tower for them. The deny from the Wyvern Paxu from downtown. 59 base damage. Gets the deny. What a player. They commit the Serpent Wards and they don't even get the CS. Synderin probably not feeling so great right now. So, if we're talking win percentage here, it looks like Vega, they're about 60%, which is respectable. You know, Spectre, we know how much Gaben liked this hero. Speaking of Spectre, in terms of net worth, doing okay here, slightly ahead of the Drow Ranger. But we all know that the Drow Ranger, the Drow is rarely the O, right? They're gonna find Invis here onto the storm, but he's gonna get tossed into the air. Avalanche still being held. Do they have the sentry? They have, but Walker will be able to walk it off. Loses the Invis though, and they will just jacuzzi together here, both Cinderin and Walker. But yeah, as I was saying, the Drow is rarely the main course of the draft. She's just a garnish. She's just an entrance. She's what sets it up all together for the Storm and the Venomancer to actually get it done. It also enables the little babies from the Enigma. Thank you very much for the sub, by the way. Alright. And now maybe next time his level 8 with the Blink Dagger recently purchased. Let's see if they can find... Oh, the Winter Curse, the Venomancer. They're gonna know exactly where he is, and this is a toss. Doesn't even commit. Yeah, actually committed the Avalanche and just dump. And yeah, they will keep looking. Look at that. The Axe knew that that was a kill, and he's already trying to set up for another one. But this is a smoking from Happy Guys themselves. They won't really find anyone here, but Cinderin might be able to get some good vision. He only has one ward, but has a lot of sentries. So maybe making sure that there's no vision here. Oh, okay, so they ping it out. Look at that, the ping from the Spectre. You know exactly where they are, but it doesn't matter if they know. It's all about defending this tier 2 tower, and with Cinderin taking the tower hits with the babies, it looks like there is absolutely no answer that Dire can give, and this is going to be another tower claimed by Happy Guys. So, nice smoking to that lane, knowing that the entirety of Vega was bottom, and now they will try and trade this. They have Mage with that Echo Saber, with the Blink Dagger. Let's see how much you're going to be able to contest. There is no Blink Dagger onto the Enigma. After all, this is a support Enigma and doesn't have that much gold. He is going for that map. The tower will be claimed, no one responds, and then we'll send a couple of heroes back to the fountain here, to the base. Paxu already level 9. Alright. So the game, once again, slowing down a little. Oh, speaking of slow, it looks like that is a pretty fast mage here with the haste rune. He's not gonna find the Storm Spirit, just TP to the base. Bottom lane, it looks like the Spectre is farming. Haste rune about to expire. So let's check the items here. The Wyvern doesn't really have much. Blink Dagger on the X. The Spectre going for the Manta build. The Tiny with the Blink. Echo Saber is probably gonna go Shadow Blade later. Maybe BKB, I'm not sure. And the Darkseer with the Hound of the Dominator, going for the Crimson Guard. Pretty effective versus Drow lineups. The Storm with the Kaya already done, going for a Bloodstone, it looks like. Venomancer has the Hood. Looks like he is going, yeah, finish the pipe, going for a Force Staff next. Enigma, the Drow Ranger with a Dragon Lance, not having the greatest of games, unfortunately. And the Shadow Shaman has Tranquil Boots, going for a new Scepter. So, who wins the late game? It is a good question. Looks like Tyre with the smoking. Oh, Illidan, you were completely and ultimately out of position. The Malphite is gonna be there trying to buy time, but the burst damage from the Dire is insane. Winter Curse stops the black hole. Can they punch it in with the back wall black hole 3? Can they actually get it? Does so much damage playing out the Conan Break, trying to buy time for the Spectre. Can they actually get it? Yes, they will. So 2 hero dead on each side, and now they're trying to chase the Venomancer. They're gonna find that one. Mage, he's tanky, but the damage from the Storm Spirit is starting to pile up. Can they get the kill on Mage? They will. So 4-4-3, triple kill for Mage. Kizu will be able to disengage, but that was a great black hole. It came right after the Winter Curse. They were not able to burst the Enigma down. In fact, the Enigma is the only hero on the Radiant side that survives. Alright, Aphromush goes for the TP top, but unfortunately Vega, they're gonna get every single bounty. Let's check the fight recap here. It looks like that was a positive gold exchange, but not experience exchange for Happy Guys. But the damage, 9,000 damage being done. 3k on the Storm, 2.5 onto the Shadow Shaman. Jesus, everyone doing so much damage there. But even then, the heroes on the Dire side being a little too tanky, looks like. Walker, already level 13, gets the point booster, and we have a pause. So based on what you guys saw to this point, who do you think is gonna win? So If you're watching this on YouTube, you cannot vote, so make sure to drop by the Twitch stream if you're interested. Oh, alright. The pause comes way too fast. Now, Synderen might... Oh, he actually got a glimpse of Kazu. They will get the Hex here with the damage from that Ether Shock, but knowing that the Tiny could be around, they don't force it that much. And Kazu will just disengage with his little tomato. Paxu drops the center here, just be sure there was no vision. The vision is actually here, so... Nice job there. Illidan, level 13, so he has a level 2 marksmanship. This is 55 damage to every right-click range core on the side of the Radiant. The Venomancer. Oh, hello. Venomancer is going to find maybe next time, and there's going to be a lot of damage coming through. No cancel on the TP from maybe next time, though, so this is going to be the end of it. And now Synderen maybe looking for Mage. I heard a huge zip Mage. They will try and close the gap onto him. He doesn't have that Shadow Blade just yet. He has the Shadow Amulet, but the Sentry already gets laid down. It looks like with the Serpent Wards, the Cold Embrace is not going to be enough, but they do get a Cold Embrace onto the Storm, but there's only a Shadow Shaman. There's no way Synderen really has the muscle power to actually bring the Storm Spirit down. And that is a wasted Winter's Curse and a very good kill here onto that Tiny. 1.2k gold going toward, differential going towards the Radiant, and a lot of good experience that they definitely wanted. The Mentor gets completed onto the Spectre, and the Fusel Blade will be the next item of choice for Yami. Alright, the TP here from the Spectre, but Synderen, he's on point, he's gonna find the Spectre. Do they have the burst damage? The Shrine gets committed, which is a good consolation prize, and it looks like Radiant, they were trying to rush, but Dire might be onto it. There is Haunt available, the Spectral Dagger giving vision, and it looks like they might be forced to disengage. Maybe not. Walker goes and knows that there is no Winter's Curse, trying to burst the Winter through the Cold Embrace, but not enough mana. The Silence is not gonna land, actually, and now they're gonna go in, but this is so risky, Walker. You're completely out of your depth here. The Haunt is gonna be committed. There is no Black Hole, and it looks like Walker is gonna be ticked down, and they overcommit way too hard here. This is a double kill for Mage. 2 heroes already dead. The Silence trying to buy time. The Mech buying more time for the Drow Ranger. Black Hole and Shackles on top of the Spectre. Do they really have the damage? The wall actually being laid down, and this is a Clown Fiesta, but that is a good Clown Fiesta for the Dire side. The tree toss, the right clicks from Mage. This is a triple kill for this Tiny. Look at this, 13 and 3. Roshan, by the way, 80% HP. Not sure if Dire will try and collapse onto it, but that is a great fight for the Dire once again. 1.5k differential going towards them, and a lot of experience. It was 4,000 Venomancer damage, 3,500 Venomancer damage onto that fight, but the Spectre doing the same, and that is just one hero on the Dire side. Yeah, that was a huge overcommitment by Walker, I think. He's getting pretty close to that Bloodstone. Already has 600 gold. Only needs the Perseverance, level 15. And he got the Health Talent. So he's going to be very hard to burst down. And speaking of bursting down, it looks like they will try and join the Roshan Pit once again. They do get a Sentry over here, but that is such a weird commitment here by Radiant. At the same time, it looks like the Shadow Shaman ended up dying just here. What happened? He died here. Huh. I guess the Tiny just too fast and then he got away. Alright. So, Venomancer, level 14. Already has the GPM talent going for the BKB, in fact. It looks like he gave up onto that 4-staff. Aframush going for both the Greaves as well as the Blink Dagger. Usually you see the Greaves as a dispel. In this game, there's not a lot of stuff you can actually dispel. The only one is the Battle Hunger, I think. But in this game, the Greaves serves another purpose. It gives armor to everyone who's low HP, so the Winter's Curse is not going to be as deadly. They will find the Storm Spirit here with the damage. Oh god, we were saying that he was tanky, but when you find a double damage Tony with a Shadow Blade, there is no way you're going to be able to fight this. They do get the Silence here. They're going to farm that Helm of the Dominator creep, but for now, that's all that Radiant will find. That is not a worthwhile trade, giving up your Storm for a little Centaur. The Storm, though, 1.2k gold, so getting very, very close to the Bloodstone. It's good that he dies before he completes it, because, you know, we don't want to lose those Bloodstone charges. Alright. The Tiny here with that Shadow Blade. He's going to get booped by that Plague Ward, and we will see, is this a smoke rotation? They do have two onto the Enigma, the Drow Ranger actually bring... I think, yeah, they're waiting for the Storm to respawn and the Shadow Blade onto the Drow, and that is the time for them to make their move. There you have it. Can they find a good jump? This would mean Roshan. This would mean so many good things for the Radiant. They actually pinged the Roche Pit here, and the Dire, they're waiting. The Axe is ready to break the smoke, and Enigma just moving forward, but they know that there's something wrong, and the Drow Ranger looking for the silence, but she's completely out of position. The Winter's Curse buying time. The Drow is already dead. No buyback. No jump from the Storm Spirit trying to find, though, but they have the Crimson Guard. This Wyvern is so freaking tanky. They just don't have the damage, and Dire, they keep on trying to close the gap. The Vinmus Gale is already committed. Where's the jump from the Storm? They just don't have the damage. The Crimson Guard is insanely annoying. Aframush is gonna get beaten down, and 3 heroes on the Radiant side already dead. Storm Spirit, can you zip away? He's trying to, and that is the longest zip he can go for, but this, oh no, this Spectre is hungry for some Storm Spirit booty. It looks like they won't really find Mage. He's very far forward, but that was such a weird rotation by Happy Guys. Once again, they force it a little bit too much, and the Drow Ranger just gets taken down. The Winter's Curse in one zone of the fight, and they just jump the Drow in the other one. There was no save, no Black Hole, no Venomous Gale, and once the Crimson Guard is up, I think they just have to disengage. They just don't have the damage unless you get a good Black Hole, but there's no blink onto the Enigma. He actually ended up going for the Greaves, but couldn't actually pop the Greaves since he was Winter's Cursed. Alright, so in the middle lane, you see the Axe setting up the call. Nice hacks, the Uceptor buying time, but look at Mage, he just shows up and cleans house. The Venomous Gale actually clips that hero, but they just cannot focus anyone. They're trying to go for the Tiny, they're trying to go for the Axe, but there is no one that they can actually burst down. And Radiant, they commit their spells, but they don't find any kills, so this is now already a 5,000 gold for Vega, just finding the good jumps. That Axe, the support Axe, already has a blade mail. They have a lot of good items onto the Enigma, but it just feels like he's not as impactful as the Axe, because the downtime of this hero is pretty much negligible, whereas with Enigma, you have to hold on to the Black Hole. He also doesn't have the Blink Dagger, so it's harder for them to find the Black Hole that they want. In a positive light though, Dire, they cannot Roche that easily, which means that even though they're getting so many good fights, it's harder for Vega to actually get an Aegis. No medallion, it looks like. So this is not terrible for Radiant, but it's definitely not great. That's not how you want to be playing your Drow lineup. They will finish the Bloodstone onto the Storm Spirit, still 14 Bloodstone charges. So now, ideally you want to find your jump. Ideally, can you find your jump when there's a smoke and the smoke breaks, and they will try and zip away. It looks like they won't really find the Storm. Jesus, I almost gagged there, but it was a good zip. It actually broke the smoke. The Uceptor holding Kazu in place, dispelling the surge. And now they will commit the haunt. No real heroes that they can lock down. Oh, possibly Sin. They did have vision. The little courier, they will pop the BKB onto him, so he's gonna disengage. It looks like the Venomancer though gets found here. And they also found the Drow. Oh no. It looked okay for a while, but Radiant, they lose 2 heroes. They're gonna lose a tower, and they just have their backs against the wall. Can this Enigma somehow turn the game around? Already has the GPM talent, so the golden arenas will start ticking down for the Enigma. He's going to be able to farm that Blink, farm the BKB, but do they have the time? That Spectre, already level 19, already has the Fusel Blade. Heart is on the way. Oh boy. Storm.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, Storm trying to get some vision around here. They do get the sentry, looking for the Tiny at all times. He will reveal himself with the Avalanche. And it looks like they're already trying to set up for the bounty rooms. This looks like 4 bounties going towards Vega. But let's see if they will try and force this. They know that the Wyvern is actually bottom, so if they can possibly find a good fight here, the huge zip from the Storm zoning them out. BKB popped onto the Venomancer. Where's the Black Hole though? The Black Hole from Aframushi on both the Tiny and the Spectre and the Darkseer. This could be the fight that they were looking for all time long. The buyback onto the Enigma. It just looks like they don't have the damage. The TP out from the Tiny. They will find the X. Can they get Elysiami? He's so tanky. The Mana Drain, Aframush. Oh no, the Splinter Blast. This is 4 heroes dead on the side of the Radiant. Make it 5 with that buyback onto Aframush, and they will get another one. Triple kill for the Spectre. And the amount of triple kills I saw this game has been unparalleled. Everyone for Happy Guys are dead, and they're just not as happy as you would expect after that fight. It was a good call, to be honest. You know, you're already behind. They had vision of the Wyvern body. Speaking of Wyvern, they might be able to find Paxo here. Walker with his level 18 ball lighting. Can they get this kill? Zip away right now, sir. And he goes towards the high ground, but the Spectre doesn't care. She has that Spectral Dagger, and now Synderen trying to save his friend. Where is the Hex? Oh no, Synderen, you're gonna be next. There's no way you can save yourself. Oh boy, a double kill from Madara. And look at the tips, Kazu. Oh man. And now the Spectre even finds the bounties here. It's just not looking good. Whew. Spectre has Diffusal Blade, yes. Is this a BO3? It's not supposed to be a BO3. Let me just confirm here. Yeah, it says 1 in game. Oh, the Avalanche toss. They will find the drop. Yikes. Oh no, Venomaster, can you get out here? It doesn't look like that's the case. That's a beyond godlike sword here from Boogie. Can he at least find maybe next time? It looks like maybe next time. The toss towards the Darkseer. Oh no, Walker, he's gonna be out of position. I can feel it. The Crimson Guard, the Calm is there. The Vac Wall, the Greaves. Oh, Aframush, you are also being debated. You don't want to be here. Now the toss, they will buy back the storm. Is this enough to dissuade them? Oh my god, the tree toss doing so much damage. Huge zip from the storm, looking for Mage, but they have a Glimmer Cape. Walker, be careful here. Be careful with what you wish for. Oh god. Alright, so Storm will go back to the fountain. It looks like he's level 20, so he is able to get an attack speed talent. The Drow Ranger with Shadowblade Dragonlance. That is pretty much all that the Drow was able to farm. The Enigma will soon surpass the Drow in terms of farm, which is never really what you want to see with a support Enigma. Looks like the Enigma, by the way, is going straight up BKB, no Blink Dagger. The Shadow Shaman going for an Aether Lance. Oh no, he's trying to go for the ward here, but Mr. Yami is already on his tail. We'll get the Sentry at least. Oh, Mage is looking. Want some Storm Spirit booty. Oh, the Avalanche, the toss. Oh no, he ended up tossing the Spectre. But there is no TP for 6 seconds, Walker. You have to get the hell out of here, sir. Go for the next wave. Kinda greedy, but he will be able to zip out. Nice job. Storm will be okay. Does create some space here for the other cores, but this is a 15,000 golded. Oh, maybe next time he's gonna find a draw. The Greaves are up, could possibly get another kill here, and somehow they will be able to find one. Alright, so slowly but surely, once Dire feels that comfortable, they start bleeding a couple of kills, and they are finally able to get one. In terms of win percentage, it does start to go towards the top a little bit. Roshan is still up. Dire, they don't really have any interest in going for that. Mage, level 24, has an Assault Caress. This boy is thick, and they will try and go for a smoke rotation, knowing that there is no axe available. Aframush does not have Blink Dagger, so it's gonna be on Synderen. It's gonna be onto the Storm Spirit to set up the kills, to set up the those kills for them. 25 seconds with no axe. Do they just group up here? Do they just backdoor this tower? It looks like they will just show the Venomaster for now, but this is quite obvious. There's no way. They're just pushing this with the Venomaster. Look at that scan. Dire knows exactly what happy guys are doing, and they're probably happy right now after that kill, but you have to be careful. The smoke is going to fade away, and they will keep grouping for this second tower. They do have the X available now, and we do see Mage. Jesus Christ, look at the boobs from that Tiny. The tower falling pretty fast on both sides here. Dire Fortify is going to be committed. Do they go back? Oh yes, they will. Oh yes, they will. And the Tiny with the Shadow Blade whip. Oh, Storm, get the hell out of here, sir. Oh no, the Venomaster, he didn't BKB. Oh, what a greedy play, Venomaster. He is gonna get munched down by the Dire team. He's gonna lose his life. They did at least get 1,000 gold. This was a 15,000, now it's 14, so slight baby steps for happy guys. Storm, level 22. It looks like he is going for that Orchid, and do they Roche now on the side of Vega? Oh, the Haunt's gonna be committed. They get vision off that Drow Ranger, and it looks like the Greaves are not gonna be enough. In fact, it's not nearly enough. They will commit the Scepter onto the X, but what about this Spectre right here? Synderen is gonna be taken down, no buyback for 50 seconds. That is a beyond godlike streak for Madara, and it looks like Dire, they will group up here around these 2 catapult waves that they have. Will they force this push? It does not look like they will. Maybe they'll just go for the Roshan pit, and it looks like Kazu quickly joins that pit right there. And maybe next time he's just here to maybe break the smoke, to make sure and there's not going to be any shenanigans coming from the side of the Radiant. They do have Black Hole available, but it's just so hard for Aphromush to actually get those Black Holes. Alright. Alright, so they will take the Aegis here. Madara is the one that claims it. Level 25 Spectre. This is an insanely farmed Spectre. The win percentage is definitely not favoring Happy guys, but we have to remember, first of all, they have Black Hole, one of the best abilities in the game, and they have a draw lineup, so 2 wrong fights for Vega, and they can just throne. They can just throne. They have a freaking Venomancer, they have a Shadow Shaman, they have babies from the Enigma, soon to be level 20 by the way, and those babies, they start hunting so much, so you cannot count Radiant down, you know? You could say that maybe their heroes don't scale nearly as much as Dire's, but their pushing potential does scale, and if they can get a couple of weird fights for them, oh, it looks like maybe next time with the Force Staff, with that call, the BKB is not gonna help you here, sir, and it looks like Boogie is trying to TP out. Can they take him down? No, they can't, and the Venomancer this time will survive through the TP thanks to that BKB. The little babies, oh, Jesus, just get destroyed. Alright, top lane. We do see the Shaman here, already level 19, so approaching either the Serpent Ward's max HP or the Shackle's duration. I think you get the Ward's HP just because he's not going to be able to use the Shackles. He's going to be dead in 1 second. Actually, I said 19, but I'm just blind. It's actually 15, so forget everything that I said. I have no idea what's going on. Synderen, slowly creeping here. He will TP back. He doesn't want to cut the wave any more than he already did. The Storm approaching at level 25, and I mean, there was some crazy late game Storm here where you just, with your talent, you just cut every single wave, no one is able to push. And Dire, you know, even with the Aegis, I don't think they excel at pushing. The Tiny deals a lot of damage when he's alone, when he can just right click, but they have wards, they have babies, they have actually wards from the Venomancer and the Shadow Shaman. And this is going to be a smoking on the side of Vega, looking for some juicy heroes, looking for some heroes maybe standing too near, too close to the cliff. Synderen, be careful, sir. Be careful, because if the smoke breaks, I'm pretty sure Mage has no hesitations in jumping here. They're gonna drop a sentry, looking for some vision from the Radiant. There are no wards here. Mage, his smoke is not gonna break, and it looks like Synderen's butthole is gonna be safe thanks to that. It looks like he's just gonna clear up the wave here. The Aetherland still kind of a dream for Synderen, still working on it. Bottom lane Walker. Oh, there is a side of Ice Spectre. Ooh, I like it. Especially when you get the Spectre Dagger cooldown. I think it just enables you to be farmed so fast because of her mobility. And, I mean, it's great for Storm, right? You're gonna be facing him. He doesn't have a Linken's. He's gonna get bursted down. Looks like Dire. They still have about 1 minute and 40 seconds onto that Aegis, but struggling to push, which is expected. You know, we're against this Venomancer with the wards already level 20, with that Poison Nova duration. The pipe, definitely a thorn on Vega's shoes here. They do have a decent amount of magic damage with the Tiny and the Darks. Your Bounty Room time, it looks like the Storm is very afraid of actually showing in lane. The Spectre still has that Aegis for about a minute. Side of Eyes ready to go. I heard a Haunt. Are they going for any targets here? It looks like, nope. Synderen quickly hexes the illusion, so there is no Haunt available, no Jaunt available for the Spectre. And maybe next time. Oh no, Synderen, you just want to cut the way, right? But who's cutting you, sir? It's gonna be this axe, and he's gonna, oh, the Heal Scepter. Pogger's moment right here. Can he TP out? Syndra! No! He's gonna be able to. Alright, he lives. He lives. So, Mr. Pig or Boogie, just trying to get some vision here with the wards. The Aegis is officially expired in 30 seconds. Doesn't look like they will be able to push this much further. The Storm constantly going for those TP zips. The Darkseer was actually in position here trying to get a vacuum going, but unfortunately does not find it. 6 Bloodstone charges, so struggling definitely onto that Storm. Oh! Just goes for another zip. Can't really remove the catapults, and this is the only weakness. Besides being able to glyph the wave, the only other weakness that this play for the Storm Spirit has is the catapults, because you can't really burst them down. Like, there's no way, unless you like have a Midas Refresher on your Storm, you're never gonna be able to clear the catapult with one zip. You will need like 10,000 mana or something. But it looks like we have a pause. So considering this pause, let's make a poll here. Let's see what you guys think. So who's winning this game? You can type 1 if you think Happy Guys have it. Happy Guys. Or you can type 2 if you think this is going to be a Vega game. So you have to be on Twitch, guys. So if you're on Twitch and you want to vote, make sure to vote right here. Is this a B01? Yes, this is a B01. The draw ended up DCing, it looks like. So, you know, let's check the items once again. The Shadow Shaman with the Dream of the Aetherlands. Since he didn't die, he's a little bit closer, but you also need to save for buyback, so it's definitely gonna take a while. Unless they win a convincing team fight. The draw with a BKB, so that is respectable. Still, a lot of the damage that they have doesn't really come from BKBs, and they also lack damage because of the Crimson Guard, so they have so many problems to address. The Venomancer with the pipe, Aghanim Scepter. So now this is a Pogger's moment right here. You have the talent and the eggs. The, I guess, problem that I see is that there's no mobility whatsoever on the Venomancer, so getting a good Aghanim Scepter usage is gonna be hard. And yeah, it's gonna be on how, it's all gonna be on how they can actually initiate the fight. I don't think the Venomancer can be the first hero to show. I think you have to maybe save buyback on the Storm, and then you just join the fight. Alright, let's see the votes here. It looks like Vega has 80% of the votes, so can Syndra prove you all wrong? Or not? Wait. What? Someone did... It's... Oh, the Axe actually left, so... Okay. The Darkseer with a Crimson Guard, Greaves, and Pipe. This boy is stacked in terms of golds. Tiny with the Butterfly Assault Cuirass, so he has a lot of attack speed. And I mean a lot of it. I mean, considering he's a Tiny, he does have a lot of it. The Spectre with the Heart and the Side of Ice with the Diffusal Blade. It looks like the Aegis needs 5 seconds to expire, so they're not gonna really find anything. The Axe with the Blade Mail Force Blink, pretty respectable for a support Axe. He's on par with the Enigma that has a GPM talent, so that is quite impressive, actually. And the Wyvern with the Glimmer Cape Aetherlands, obviously he's gonna be ahead of Syndra, not only because they are winning, but because he has a GPM talent at level 10, whereas the poor Shadow Shaman doesn't have it. Is this a B03? No, this is a B01. So the draw is back, guys, and we should be resuming shortly. Hold on to your butts, because, you know, the Aegis is going to expire now, and the pressure from the Dire is going to slow down a little bit. And what happens once that pressure is done? Can Radiant somehow find a good black hole? Can the Storm get a level 25 talent, and suddenly the lanes are going to be so hard for Dire to actually address? You know, they have some decent wave clear, but the Storm is just on another level of wave clear, I think. The Enigma trying to get close here to deny one of those catapults will be able to know response from the Dire. The Aegis is about to expire, and it looks like Yami is now switching that Aegis for a Dust. So definitely not the greatest substitution right there. Mage trying to look for a play here, but he is under the guise of that Sentry, and Syndra, he might be interested in a little buddy. Okay, he's gonna blink away. They were trying. I mean, he doesn't have the Airland, so it's so hard for him to actually, even with the cast range, he didn't really have enough to find the time right there. I'm very sorry. Let me... actually, I'm not gonna fix it. Okay, I'm gonna try to fix it, but if I lose any kills, I'm gonna blame exactly that person. B01 with D2BOWIE. Thank you very much. I've been casting so many B03s that I was already copy pasting, and I never really thought about it. Oh, double damage tiny, boys. Double damage tiny. Oh, wow. He's gonna be able to zip back. No response, but Jesus, mother of God. Mage get. Jesus. Right. He attacked like 4 times, maybe 3. Let's see the tree grab here. He attacked. No, he just got another one, so. Alright. Spectral Dagger. They haunt. They're looking for a play here, but it looks like the storm is just... Oh no, that is a drow. Can the drow just... Oh. So that is 1 kill. Illidan, by the way, has no buyback. Now it starts to get so hard for the Radiant. They have that BKB, but they have Winter's Curse. So as long as Winter's Curse is an option, how the hell are they defending this? I have no idea. And now they will go bottom. There is backdoor protection for now. The dust revealing. I'm not really sure why the dust was used there, but the Spinner Blast is going to be committed. Signorin looking for a good angle for those Mass Serpent wards, and he's going to need one. He will try and clear up the wave. It looks like the Storm has level 25, and he's going to be able to easily clear the waves. And now the Aghanim Scepter ult will just clip the Spectre, and she needs to disengage because this is a shit ton of damage. Look at that Spectre go. 30% damage reduction, and still being obliterated here, losing so much HP. The Storm, so they do defend, they lose 2 tier 3s, but they still hold on to this game. It looks like in terms of experience advantage, it's still very heavy with advantage. But look at that, once the Storm gets level 25, it looks like the win percentage is not as high as one would think, right? You look, Spectre, 20,000 gold lead, this is easy, but not necessarily. The win percentage was like pretty close to, I guess, like 80%. I mean, it's definitely winnable. It's definitely winnable with this Enigma slowly but surely growing. I mean, he could buy a Blink Dagger right now. He could potentially buy a Blink Dagger. And what happens if he buys a Blink Dagger randomly here and Dire tries and force something? You know, there's a lot of possibilities. This is a 44-minute... Oh, speaking of Blink Dagger, boys, there you have it. The Blink Dagger is ready to go. Do they have a smoke? Oh, they have one smoke. I think this could be their best shot. Oh my god, it's lagging so hard. What is happening? Please stop lagging. Alright. Okay. Are they seriously gonna play just one game tomorrow at Kuala Lumpur? I don't know what you guys talking about.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
They will commit the Arctic burn right here. Oh, the Haunt once again. Spectre finds the Drow. And that Side of Ice once again proves to be so good. They're gonna lose Illidan once more. And every time that Haunt is up, Yami really wants to find some Drow Ranger. And yeah, the Roshan is gonna be up in 30 seconds. The Drow is gonna be up in 50. So it's all about, can Vega actually scout the Roche fast enough? Will they scout it out? And will Radiant be ready for a smoke gank rotation? I think they never committed a smoke. Yeah, they still have one on the Shaman. They do not have one onto the Enigma. And now Mage gets pinged out here. They know exactly where he is. They're trying to commit the Surge. And he is completely under vision here. Maybe they could find a jump. Alright, the jump here from the Storm, trying to clear up the wave. But there are catapults here. So that is why the Spectre committed the Haunt for a solo kill. They know there are catapults available that have to get tiny, but they will commit that Venomous Gale and the ult onto the tiny. They commit the Greaves. It looks like he is going to disengage, but the range barracks did fall. At the same time, there's some catapults here dealing damage to the melee barracks, but not enough to actually get any real structural damage ready, and they'll just try... Alright, we have another pause. Alright guys, since we have another pause, let me just introduce you guys to something amazing here. So this is what I usually like to do. Okay, let me just do this. Yeah, so... creepy SpongeBob videos. Yeah, this is something I like to share with my stream when we're bored. So... yeah, let's watch this. I have no idea if this is good or not. Oh, that has a lot of dislikes. It's probably awful. Let's watch it together. What the hell is this? Nah, this is too gar. No, there's no way that's a good. Alright, let's maybe this.
While SpongeBob SquarePants, the long-running animated series from Nickelodeon Studios, is aimed at a family-friendly audience, it has at times featured some pretty creepy moments and out there episodes. This is quite common across many of Nick's previous cartoon shows, including Ren and Stimpy and Rocco's
Shut up, just show me the episodes.
Themes. Others simply show off bizarre imagery you don't normally expect to see in the average daytime TV show. But all of these episodes his manager Mr. Krabs when they are visited by a man claiming to be a
I remember this episode.
After supplying him with free food in order to try and make sure his restaurant gets a pass, Mr. Krabs learns from a news report that a man has been passing himself off as an inspector in order to eat for free at various
It's not creepy.
Mr. Krabs becomes furious, believing he has been tricked, and so he forces SpongeBob to help him teach this man a lesson. They do this by making a Krabby Patty full of the most rancid ingredients imaginable, and then serving it up to the inspector, which ends up killing him after he eats it. That's right, this is an
it's not the burger that kills him.
featuring a murder by poisoning within its first few minutes. The death sequence is prolonged and shows the inspector struggling for his life as SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs laugh at him from the kitchen. But it doesn't stop there. The two conspirators soon find out they have poisoned a genuine health inspector, and not the conman they believed him to be. Once they realize he is also dead, they begin to panic. Throughout the episode,
Please
Mr.
play
Krabs
this.
grows increasingly unhinged and
Let's see what the hell is
aggressive
this.
towards
Are you ready to rumble?
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book. You know you can't be lazy. Never use a messy recipe. The cake will end up
What is
crazy.
this?
If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a
Break it down, bitch. Let me see you back it up. Drop that ass down low and pick that motherfucker up. Break it down, bitch. Let me see you back it up.
Alright, this is that's enough. What else do we have here? I already saw this one. Let's go. Oh, we're back! Oh god. Oh god. Alright, we are back with Dota 2. So yeah, pretty tense game. 25,000 golded for the side of Vega. Can they throw this game, or will Cinderin prevail? The beautiful man with the beautiful face. Cinderin still doesn't have that 8 lens, still struggling. The Drow Ranger died for... Oh my god, I actually didn't check. He's 114. Oh my god. That's so sad, man. It's not an easy Drow Ranger game by any means. Enigma, 3 and 6, has the Blink Dagger as we already talked about, going for the eggs. Maybe the Lincolns doesn't really know what the hell he's going for. Venomaster has the Blink Dagger, so there is mobility for that Aghanim Scepter and the Talent Oath. So that is probably why Dire are so afraid. You know, there is definitely enough damage there when you combine that with the Black Hole and the Storm Zipperinos. Storm Spirit, by the way, has a BKB of his own, as well as the Kaya Orchid. Didn't die ever since he died the first time with the Bloodstone, which is nice, because, you know, we want to have that mana region. Alright, alright. It looks like they will join the Roshan Pit once again, but this time Radiant could potentially contest this, or maybe not. They're going for this very, very fast, and the Radiant are just stuck here. Is this a refresher shard Roshan? No, that is just Chiz. It's gonna take so long for us to see a refresher shard, guys, so stay tuned because this game could go either way. Cinderin trying to go bottom here. Trying to just push the waves, actually pinging him out. There is Haunt available. So Syndrome, he needs to be careful with that haunt into the side of Vice. He needs to be so quick to actually stop that, or else he is going down. The Axe actually looking for him. Oh, Syndrome, even if the haunt is not there, look who's just waiting for you. That's going to be Spectre. You're going to be clapped up into your face. And it looks like the Storm just trying to clear up the wave here. And they're trying to go mid now. Oh boy, Yami suddenly shows mid. And the Enigma, his son of Vice, he needs to get out. He's going to pop the Crimson Guard. They will buy back the Shadow Shaman. And now they are trying to actually get a counter kill here. Can they find Kazu? The damage from the Draw Ranger is insane. And look at that. This is a two-man block from Afromush after so much. They will find the Wyvern, and it looks like you're going to be forced to buy back Kazu. But where the hell are you, sir? Because those Serpent Wards are doing so much damage. Mage, he is going to perish. He has the Aegis, but this is looking bad. Everyone on the dark side is buying back. Can they actually force this now that there is no black hole available? The Spectre thinking about going in, the Drow Ranger under the guise of Shadow Blade, and suddenly Radiant, they actually take a good fight. Afromush finds the black hole that they needed, and this is going to be the entirety of Dire actually buying back. Besides, Venomous Gale with the middle pulse being laid out. Look at the jump. If they can find this Darkster once again, they need to kill him before the Crimson Guard gets laid out, but it's gonna be popped, and that is the buyback from the Storm. Going for another one. Kazu, can they find? Afromush, you're gonna be taking down 100 seconds the backlines, but finally they were holding on to that Poison Nova with the Odin. This is gonna be an absurd amount of damage. They're gonna destroy the Spectre, and Mage, if you're not careful, you could be next. They're gonna buy back the Spectre as well. What is happening here? This is a haunt. The Spectre is in the base. I don't understand. He doesn't have a refresher. Another huge zip. The call onto this Venomancer here. Can he disengage? Oh no, that is a dead Venomancer. Ultra kill for Madara. The Draw Ranger not having the greatest of games. They will zip with the Storm, trying to burst down the Wyvern. They know that there is no call, but now they do. And Walker, everyone dies back, and it looks like this is GG. Unfortunately, it was not good enough. Dire, they had so many buybacks thanks to the 29,000 gold lead that they were able to acquire, and eventually it just ended. There was nothing they could really do. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. We will soon have Hippo versus Unchained. So if you don't know who Hippo and Unchained is, I'll give you a quick resume of who those guys are. I'll do. Yeah, so Hippo, they have no one really famous. But on the side of Unchained, we have Slash Strike. He's famous. And we have Arise. I think he's Arise. Thank you all, by the way, for being here. Really appreciate you guys watching the stream with me. And yeah, let me just... So yeah, wait, Empire Hope? So there's another game. What is this? Oh no, yeah, this is the one I'm gonna cast. It's Hyppomaniacs versus... So Hyppomaniacs, they're a Czech Republic team. And Unchained, it looks like, it says Turkey here, but they have guys from Bulgaria and Netherlands. There's no one from Turkey. I think this is just a typo. But yeah, I'm gonna be casting this game for the European qualifiers. Alright, so before this game really starts, actually, let me just double check here. Okay. Like, it's not really showing as ticketed games for me. So I just have to stalk the other streamers that actually know what the hell is happening. And yeah, it looks like for now, yeah, the B01 is over. We're gonna wait for the next game. So I'm gonna give you guys some good music, and I'll be right back. Hopefully the cast, they are Turkish org. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you very much. I'm gonna give you guys some Michael Jackson remixes to hear to listen to. And yeah, I'll be back in a couple of... with you all night. Dance with you.
Just take it slow. trust issues, warning you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun and rain. Darling, I got my trust issues, warning you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun and rain. I'll know peace when I'm your lover boy. I'll be a new school soul, silver and gold, new desire, friends uninformed. Call me lover boy. Darling, I got my trust issues. Warning, you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun and rain. Darling, I got my trust issues. Warning, you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun and rain. Call me lover boy. Darling, I got my trust issues. Warning, you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun and rain. Darling, I got my trust issues. Warning, you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun and rain.
I'm losing my way through this darkness. She was heartless in every way. I'm losing my way. I'm losing my way through this darkness. She was heartless in every way. I'm losing my way.
Alright, everyone, so I'm not finding the game. The first one was pretty easy to find. But for some reason, it's... I'm not really finding the other one. I'm trying to stalk this Russian guy that is streaming. But it looks like maybe he's in the wrong game as well. I don't know. We're waiting here. And I'm eating, so I'm sorry for weird sounds. Yeah, so I'm chasing this guy. Maybe the game is not over, not open yet. Maybe that's the case, because he was on a draft, now he left. I'm not sure what's happening anymore. Okay, I think I'm gonna eat, since there's nothing happening right now, but the game's gonna be up eventually. I'm just stalking the guy, and eventually we will have a game.
Through this darkness, she was heartless in every way. I'm losing my way. I'm losing my way through this darkness. She was heartless in every way. I'm losing my way. I'm losing my way through this darkness. She was heartless in every way. I'm losing my way.
It's been a week from hell. I lost my job at Five Guys. My girl just kicked me out. She says I'm lame. Maybe she's got a point. Who gets the sack from Five Guys? She thinks I'm so incapable of change. But I can cut down on my speed, give you what you need. Take time to make time, girl. I can stop procrastinating. Oh, be a little more prepared. Show you that I care. I'll love you, I swear, girl. Oh, but tell me if I wasn't broke, ooh, would you spend more time with me like you said you do? Oh yeah, tell me what I'm supposed to do, 'cause the only thing I need is to be loved by you. I'm starting out my 7th day of self-assertion, parading in my Calvins with no shame. Good Lord, I sit and think to myself, I'm at the low, but look around and see no one to blame. Maybe I can cut down on my sleep, give you what you need. Take time and make time. I can stop procrastinating. Whoa, 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 whoa. Be a little more prepared, show you that I care. I'll love you, I swear, girl. Oh, but tell me if I wasn't broke, would you spend more time with me like you said you do? Oh yeah, tell me what I'm supposed to do, 'cause the only thing I need is to be loved by you. Would you spend more time with me like you said you do?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, tell me what I'm supposed to do, 'cause the only thing I need is
Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. This is Unchained versus Hyppomaniacs. So this is going to be a B01, and we are approaching the B03 part of the qualifier. So that is going to be poggers. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I'm having an awesome day, and we will be casting these beautiful European qualifiers, soon to be South America, North America. We're gonna cast everything. I have no respect for my well-being, so hopefully that is gonna be pretty entertaining for all of us. So yeah. Salutations. Stole that from our deceased and old. What was his name again? Aise? Aise? I don't know how you pronounce it. Aise? Ayese? Ayasa?
5 seconds
I don't
remaining.
know. So the Invoker and Tinker ban here by Hyppomaniacs. Centaur Phoenix, pretty meta draft. Unchained's response, slightly meta. I know the Mirana vs Phoenix, pretty normal. And I guess the Undying. Do you think that the Frog will nerf Arc Warden? Probably, in a way or another. The Wyvern being the pick here with his little flappy wings. No, always nice to have the Wyvern because you set up the egg so well. And the Ursa response, huh? So I'm not sure if this is going to be a support Ursa or not, but it kind of looks like one. I don't think you third pick the Ursa. Very few teams even care about this hero anymore. And yeah, I would be quite surprised if this was a core Ursa, but we never know. We're gonna have to wait and see what is going to happen here. By the way, guys, I just need 1 second to tell everyone that I'm gonna be casting this as well. Oh, I actually lost a lot of followers just because I'm casting. Jesus. We'll be casting. I'm not sure if Unchained has a Twitter handle. Unchained Esports. Okay. Versus Hyppomaniacs. Not sure if they. Hyppomaniacs. Not sure if that exists. For the major quals. Alright, guys. Already back here for the cast with all of you. Just needed to. Always need to advertise a little bit.
Radiant team pick.
Weaver.
Alright. So the Weaver is gonna be picked here as a response. Pretty sneaky mobile hero. So you already have the Centaur with that stand P. You also have the Weaver. You also have the Icarus Dive. So there's a lot of gap close on the side of Hyppomaniacs that I don't think Unchained can really match. Their team fight is more about let's drop the Tombstone, let's drop the wards, let's shackle someone and fight in that position. Whereas Hyppomaniacs, they can jump them or disengage. I guess they do have the Moonlight Shadow as an engage mechanism for Unchained. But that's pretty much all they have, unless, you know, they farm the Blink Dagger on other heroes. What was the previous song? I think it's called, I don't remember the name of the song, but I can look it up later. I think it's like, it has to do with unemployment or whatever, but I don't remember the exact name of the artist or the name of the song. Anyways. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate you. And, yeah, they respond with the Shaman. They ban the Kunkka here. Now, I don't think there's a lot of hero. Like, you don't usually fear Kunkka, especially when the Invoker is already banned. So, I'm very curious as to what they're going to pick here. I think they're going to go for maybe an Arc Warden is what they want to go for.
5 seconds.
You know, something that really struggles versus maybe a Quap. Oh, I'm gonna remove the Brood, mama. Oh, I see. So maybe they were afraid. Okay, yeah, they're removing the Kunkka because they want to go Brood. So we're gonna remove the Brood. Huskar is still available. Not sure if Unchained can go for Huskar because, you know, they don't really have the last pick. Warden is banned. Oh, nicely pointed out by Donas91. Thank you very much for your sub, by the way. PL incoming. I think PL is actually okay for Hyppomaniacs. And it looks like that is Undying and Shadow Shaman support. I mean, we saw like an offlane Shadow Shaman once, but it looks like this is going to be Carry Ursa, which I'm not a big fan of, actually. But let's see what's going to happen here. Wonky draft, I think. I'm not sure I like this. Maybe they can tie it up together with another pick. Lina is a possibility. Handles the egg decently well. Has some burst damage for the Weaver. If you don't go Lina, then maybe you can go for something like... I mean, Arc Warden is also removed. No Morphling. No Invoker. No Pugna. They're gonna go for a Tiny. Alright. Surprised the Tiny actually made it through this part of the draft. But yeah, they're gonna get the Tiny. So do they Huskar? I guess the Tiny can probably deal with the Huskar pretty well in the first levels. Not sure what happens afterwards, though. Wow. Thank you for the subs. Now, my Dota is so loud now in comparison that I cannot hear the sub sound anymore. So if I don't actually thank you for the sub, it's just because I am literally not listening to the sound anymore. I'm gonna have to increase the volume later. I remember decreasing the volume because it was way louder than Dota, but Dota is super loud now. And I'm gonna pick a Necrophos. So, alright. Alright, so it's going to be a mid Necrophos, I assume, with a Weaver in the safe lane, the Centaur in the off lane, and a support Bird and Articuno in the same team. You don't see that very often, but that definitely has to earn you some style points for sure. On the side of Unchained, I assume this is a offlane Mirana with the mid-tiny and safe lane Ursa, with the one Shadow Shaman, and the Undying that we still don't know the name of. Thank you all for being here, guys. Really appreciate your presence, and if you guys want to participate, it's time. Alright, if you're watching on YouTube, you cannot vote, but if you're on Twitch, you can. So, who's winning game, this game, because it's not a BO3. So we have Unchained on one side, and we have Hyppomaniacs. So type 1 for Unchained and 2 for Hypo. Really hoping for your guys' input on this game. And thank you all for being here again. Hopefully we're gonna have a cool little game of Dota 2. Remove text, please. Are you giving me orders, sir? Are you giving me orders by any stretch of the imagination? Hope you're not. Alright. So, now we need an electric burb. Huh, that would be cool. So who do I favor here? You have Necro versus Tiny Lane. Tiny probably does pretty well here. Then you have Weaver that is going to be against a Mirana plus Undying. Weaver deals okay with the Tombstone. Pretty hard to land an arrow on the Weaver. I don't know. It looks... And then you have this Ursa plus Shadow Shaman versus a Burb. No, actually the Wyvern's gonna be here. Oh. They're actually going here. What? Okay, so yeah, they're gonna send the offlane center to the safe lane, and then you have a Wyvern. Yeah, but they're sending them around the bottom anyway, so both teams kinda outplaying themselves in a way. Omega Resident Sleeper picks. I disagree. You have an Ursa, Tiny, and an Undying. Like, there's gonna be a shit ton of fight. There is no hero here that farms a lot. Like, the Weaver maybe. But everyone else is gonna be fighting at all times. I think this game's gonna be pretty poggers if you ask me. And now I'm gonna open up my window because I'm dying here. It's so hot in Brazil. And I don't have a fan on my room. Alright. So let's check the votes here. It looks like a lot of people think that Hippo has the upper hand here. So 8-3 for Hippo. Thank you all for voting. It's pretty cold in Russia. Jeez. Feels bad for you guys. Oh. Well, one day the game will start. I guess we can make another pool, so let's see. Oh, alright, the game is back. Nice. Alright guys, so this is Unchained versus Hyppomaniacs. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Let's check their ranks, right? Let's see here. We have a rank 400. Alright, that's pretty respectable. Rank 157. Alright, so everyone here, very, very good. On the dire side, we have a rank... oh, we don't even know what's the rank here. Yikes. But this guy is rank 66. Okay. This guy is pretty good. Oh boy, 99. The numbers don't lie, boys. It looks like... Alright, we have this guy that's... Like, maybe he's not playing this account. But everyone else here super high. 66, 99, and 118. Way higher than the other players on the side of Unchained. But we do have this... 600 rank, and this guy that we actually don't know what to think of. So, who knows what's gonna happen? It seems like this is a relatively even game. And yeah, let's just wait for it. Alright, ladies and gents. Game is about to start. The horn is already loud and clear. And it looks like the little bird here might be walking into some unwanted territory. I think there was even a chance for a Shackles if the Shadow Shaman was ready. But he never committed it, so... Very scary play that the Firebird ended up going for. Oh, the DK right on the Burb's face. Yikes. Yikes. 306, 381. Could go for another one. Ooh, whoop. One more. little Booperino. No, doesn't go for it. So the Burb is going to be fine. We do see the Weaver walking up to the top lane. So it's going to be a Firebird. Oh no, they're gonna have the shackle this bird. Oh, they don't even need the shackle. As soon as the fire spirits are learned, the Phoenix just dies. And you know, we're talking about this guy not having the highest rank, and he does seem to be playing on a lower level than the other players. They do send the Articuno top, and it's going to be the Phoenix in this bottom side of the map alongside the Wyvern. Sorry, alongside the center. Now, nice deny here by Slash Strike, and it looks like the game for now. Oh, they do get some good shackles here onto the Weaver. The Splinter Blast, maybe. Oh, God, Unchained. They dominate this top lane so hard. The tri-lane proving to be unmatched for the heroes the Hyppomaniacs have. They already lose 2 heroes here, and let's just hope that they can actually create enough space in this bottom side of the map. But the center is not even farming as much as the Muranas. Last track here. 6-1 against the 4-1 of the center, and this is not looking good. They do place a center. It looks like they were able to remove the Radiant one, so the Weaver is not going to fall for that trick once again. Do they have more detection in case the Weaver overextends? And it looks like for now they don't, but look at this little carrier here already bringing a second sentry to this lane. The Splinter Blast being spammed out, and the Ursa already has boots. So this is a scary little boy, and with that tombstone, I think this is a dead Articuno. And now Weaver here trying to battle the Shadow Shaman. There's no way he's going to be able to fight. In fact, with this center, it's going to be even harder, and they are already bleeding so many kills in this top lane here. Hyppomaniacs, you guys need to be more careful. And this, you know, dual lane not really pressuring the Murana at all. Already 8-1. This Firebird not doing much. The Murana just farming the large camp. There's not going to be any off-lane pulls and whatever. Ooh. Okay. The little center here already level 3. Doesn't really have boots, but will commit a double edge, and that is a killing spree. The Weaver dies thanks to that sentry we just talked about. Jesus Christ, they actually, yep, that's not even a death. The Undying just suicided literally here, so he can be full HP, full mana, buys himself some boots, and in terms of win percentage, actually not that much. It looks like Gaben expected the Undying to do that well, and he doesn't give that much of a win percentage, even though they are dominating the lanes very, very hard. At least it looks like it. But, you know, that's usually what the Undying does. DK is going to be committed here onto the center. They will finally start dual laning a little bit. The center did grind some last hits after being left alone here with the Murana. I mean, left with the Murana that is alone. Oh, they will commit the Arctic Burn onto the Ursa, but with the offlane pull, there's no creeps for the Splinter Blast to actually land, and the Shadow Shaman runs to the right side so that there's not going to be any death. So, nice Sukuchi there. Snatches 2 creepos, but it looks like the center ends up dying, and now it's the Undying versus the Burb. Oh god, the leap will secure the kill, and that is a double kill for the Murana. Oh no, Unchained. Just doing so much better here in this laning stage. You know, we did mention that there was going to be a lot of action, but the action is all... the action... Like, there's a lot of burst damage, right, with this Ursa and the Shackles. Oh, they actually do not have vision. Can this Weaver disengage the last remainder of the Sukuchi? 4 seconds for another one. Will pop the Magic Stick, and now the Splinter Blast slowing them down. They will find a kill onto the Shadow Shaman, and it looks like they really want more. Ursa pops his own stick, and now trying to get on top of the Wyvern, the Self from the Weaver, trying to disengage, but the damage, 7 stacks, 8 stacks, and that is another kill. And it looks like this Ursa does not want to give up. Doesn't even have a point in Earth Shock, just needs the points in the free swipes as well as the overpower, and just overpowers this lane. 7-3, 10 kills in 4 minutes, and look at the little Ursa. Doesn't have the stacks onto the Wyvern anymore, but it doesn't matter. The very famous Hor 3A1, 2, 3, 4 finds a kill, and they even give a mango to him so that he can keep on fighting. Avalanche onto the Necrophos. Oh, another toss onto the Necrophos, but it looks like gonna be fine up. Actually misses. Jesus Christ, this lane is a disaster. They're just losing everyone. This Weaver already died 4 times. The Burb already died 2 times, and it looks like they do find a kill here with the Splinter Blast. I was just... Alright, anyways. Center with Tranquil Boots completed. Level 5. Having a pretty decent game. The Tiny versus Necro lane is actually doing pretty good for the Necro. Didn't expect him to do that well. Usually you expect the Tiny to have more denies, right? He only has 2, so pretty surprising that is the case. And they are forcing this quite a bit. The Catapult doing a lot of damage. Last Strike trying to draw aggro, so let's see how much pressure the center can output before the Catapult dies. Oh, the Undying blocking the center's path. The arrow is gonna be perfect. The Tombstone is laid down. The Hoofstomp does find 2 heroes. Can the center disengage? Last Strike has 1 leap. Will commit the right clicks, and that is an easy kill. The DK from the Undying seals the deal once again, and now the Arctic Burn from the Wyvern allowing her to disengage a little bit. But look at the sentry already laid out under. Not really under the guise of this other sentry. The first swipes will allow them to clear up the bugs, and now they might be interested in Shadow Shaman, but they get vision! They get vision, and the Ursa is already on the way! They're gonna find another kill, and while they kill the Shadow Shaman again, this Weaver is so miserable. 2 and 5. And the sentries, you know, they are really investing a lot of gold on these sentries, and it looks like they are gonna remove... Oh, poor little Wyvern here, cannot remove this. Feels so bad for him. This is actually a safe laners, I think, and an off-lane run that is. I don't think Last Strike plays 1, but I could be wrong. I think they just inverted the lanes because they felt like they would have a better matchup like that. The little burp, I thought he was going for a stack, but he's actually trying to set up here. The Ursa has the ult, so you have to be so careful here. The sentry. Oh, they're gonna find another one. No, and now the Stampede gets committed. It looks like the center's trying to disengage from a rotation of the Tiny, and they will not find any kills right there. Sentry here still giving vision. They don't know exactly where the sentry is. It was used to remove another one that the Wyvern bought, and he's getting pretty close to the energy booster. That is thanks to the kills that he was able to find onto the Shadow Shaman. And now they will commit the Moonlight Shadow on this mid lane. The Avalanche Toss is not... Oh, it is enough to get the kill. And alright. That being said though, this is a level 8 Necrophos versus a level 6 Tiny. So this Necro is definitely having a good game. Already on the way for the treads, and we'll probably get a Hood since there's so much magic damage there on the side of the Radiant. I think Hood Uceptor is going to be the build of his choice. Now the center tries to bait a Hoofstomp right there. The arrow being held out by Slash Strike doesn't really do much besides harassing the poor center a little bit. Ursa just going for some denies right here. Level 6, almost level 7. Has the phase boots, has the Aquila, going for the blink dagger, and the Shadow Shaman here. Will maybe get vision of the Weaver. The dust is gonna be committed. The Ursa is not close by, and the bugs now, they will be able to farm the bugs. But look at that Arctic Burn and its Splinter Blast damage. Can they get the last attack? The Weaver looking, but knows that there is vision. Now the Enrage onto the Ursa, trying to chase, but there is no Earth Shock. So can they actually save this Wyvern? It looks like they might try the Stampede. By enough time, they will be able to disengage with the Wyvern. But the Ursa really wants to find this kill. The Shukuchi once again just baiting this guy out. The Splinter Blast slowing him once again. Can the Weaver keep doing damage? Doesn't have a lot of mana to work with, but will go for another Shukuchi. Has 2 sticks. Right. Can they find... No, the Weaver gonna get found by the Ursa. The move speed from the Shukuchi was just not enough. And now they will try and get the Arctic Burn here. Onto the Ursa doesn't have Enrage. 16 seconds. Oh my god, this Ursa is doing God's work here. 5, 1, and 3. And they will commit a Winter's Curse that does absolutely nothing. He's using the trees. Can he find another one? Jesus Christ, this Ursa. And now he pops a self. And this is looking awful for them. The Splinter Blast thrown out, but Jesus. This is not a happy lane for Hyppomaniacs. That being said, it's only a 2000 gold lead for Unchained. It's not like, you know, the Necrophos in the mid lane is definitely compensating for the other heroes. The win percentage here, dead even. So even though this is a 2000 gold lead, it's actually not that much. And now Curry, with his range ups, will tank some of that Starstorm damage. Has Reaper Sight available, but doesn't commit, and it looks like somewhere else the Shadow Shaman finds both the Firebird and the Wyvern, but they do find the Shadow Shaman straight after. Oh, look at that, Ursa. Maybe waiting for someone to get the bounty, but no one comes. Maybe waiting for the Weaver. The Weaver, though, doesn't go. Knows that. Look at that. If she had the time lapse, maybe she would go for it. Alright. Bottom lane, we do see the center farming it up here. He is getting pretty close to his Blink Dagger. So yeah, the Weaver struggling, but the Necrophos and the Centaur having pretty good games, and maybe they're going to be able to turn the tides. Well, speaking of turning the tides, it looks like the Necrophos is not going to be doing that for the next 30 seconds. He gets taken down here, trapped inside the Serpent Wards from the Shaman. 3,000 gold for Unchained. And yeah, it looks like he is going for the hood, but doesn't really have it for now. Never bother to pop that magic one. And let's see how much I'm going to be able to hold this. No level 6 onto the Phoenix just now. So the Fire Spirits are going to be laid out. The arrow does not find the bird. And the Tiny doesn't really have a blink there. It's going to take a while for him to get it. So there's not going to be a tower being acquired by the Radiant anytime soon. The Centaur, very close to the blink as we already talked about. And they are going for a Roshan play. Here they have the Shadow Shaman. They have the control. 4 points in the first swipes as well as the overpower. This is an easy Roshan, it looks like. They do have the Wyvern nearby, but he's feeling a little bit self-conscious. And this will be a Roshan for the Ursa. 11 minutes in, pretty early one. Alright. The Weaver going for Treads. Has the Blightstone, so I wonder if he's going for some sort of medallion just so he doesn't get bursted down. Usually, you know, as a Weaver, you're not really scared about the Ursa just because it doesn't really have any gap close on you. Alright, Reaper side with the Stampede. They don't get the Reaper side kill, but that is a dead Tiny nonetheless. Can they pressure this tower enough to get a tower? Bottom lane, this tower did fall, and Slash Strike is going for that Maelstrom. Still needs about 1,000 gold to complete the Mithril Hammer. Top lane, the very famous Saur, very close to his Blink Dagger. This tower though, very healthy. Gonna take a while for them to acquire it. Bottom lane, the entirety of the Dire here. Can they actually find a Mirana? They do get a Hoof Stomp. They do get the Double Wedge. Is it enough damage? Another Sakushi if they can get the blind one. No, but you're going... Oh, can they... Slash Strike is going to be fine. The raindrops proc and he's gonna be okay. Oh no. This is definitely not good, and you know, it took a while, but the Ursa slowly but surely got the tower here. The Necrophos dies in the middle lane, once again trapped by the ward, so nice job there by the Shadow Shaman getting 2 kills onto a core. Just because of the perfect positioning of his Serpent Wards. The Dire, they do show up to try and defend. The arrow is not going to land onto the Wyvern. So they have the Winter's Curse available. They are trying to get this Undying out of here. And they will go for the Cruise Dive. The Shadow Shaman doesn't find the disable. The Weaver bugs are there. Winter's Curse with the Minotaur. But look at the Ursa. Will not find the Weaver. Can they get the Wyvern? Yes, they can. It looks like the Undying did fall for the Winter's Curse of the Winter Wyvern. And they will also find the center. So this Ursa is just doing a lot of damage. Alright. It looks like the Weaver here was just not really sure what she was doing there. But we'll disengage from the Ursa. And Curry, our Necrophos, will have the hood completed just now. It looks like in terms of items here, Blink Dagger on the Ursa. Tower will fall shortly afterwards. Tiny, also pretty close to the Blink Dagger thanks to the structures that they were able to acquire. This tower and this tower. The Mirana, very close to the Maelstrom. The Shadow Shaman has the Void Stone, and the Undying has an urn. The Burp going for the urn, but oh, is it the urn completed? I don't know. The Weaver here going for a Dragon Lance, so just has the Blightstone to do more damage. Necrophos with the hood. Centaur with the blink. Looks like Crimson Guard is going to be the next item. And the Wyvern with the Arcane Boots and some raindrops and stuff. Oh, Stampede, they're trying to close the gap. They do disengage from the Ursa. Nice Undying heal here on the Soul Reap, but it's not going to be enough to actually get that kill. And not only they find the Undying, they find the first life onto the edges. They're trying to clear up this Tombstone. Can they actually get it? Oh, the Hoopstone perfectly located. There's not going to be a blink out. In fact, there's a double kill for the Necrophos with a Reaper side kill. 50 seconds in the backlines, and now they're looking for his last strike. He has 1 lip away, but the Tiny will find a little burb here, and the Toss Avalanche will find a kill. So they do trade 2 for 1, but the tower actually gets claimed by the Dire. Still, 4,000 gold for the Radiant, and they are slowly crawling up in terms of net worth. What a bad win probability. It was about 75%, but it's low. It's actually rapidly decreasing after the kills that they were able to find. There you have it. Avalanche Toss, nice time lapse away. The Weaver is not going to be taken out. Oh. Wait, what? He actually died to a neutral creep. Huh. From the center. Definitely describes... Come on, guys. What is happening? They have so much burst. This game is impossible to cast, actually. Like, I like to babble. Oh, the arrow finds the Necrophos, but I'm not sure if Last Strike knows. But there is a center waiting for you, so he's not gonna close the gap. Alright, alright. The little Phoenix here. Slowly farming. We do see the Shaman trying to go for the catapult. Finds the last hit, but there might be a couple of Dire heroes very interested in you. They will commit the Winter's Curse first. The Fire Spirits as well as the Icarus Dive should be enough damage. Shaman tries to go for an Eater Shock, but the last boop from the Wyvern is most likely enough. But the Tiny, with pretty much everyone on the Radiant side, the Avalanche Toss, that is going to be a kill. That is a dominating streak for... Oh no, there's no Icarus Dive. The Phoenix gets munched down. They find one support, but they lose 2 in return. This is not looking good. Thankfully for them, the Sentry does not find this ward. It was a nice position there by the Dire. Lucky position. The Necrophos going for what seems to be a Veil, but also a New Scepter. Not really sure what he's going for here. The Hoof Stomp is not going to find the Mirana, but they don't really have cancel. The that is a kill. Stampede allowing Curry to close up the gap and get the Reaper side onto the Mirana. That's 60 seconds with no Mirana. They are forcing this tower here to blink out from the Ursa. Oh, and a pause. Huh. Okay. So, yeah. Here we are. Someone was asking if this is a B01 or a B03, and I'm going to confirm it now because I'm actually not entirely sure. I'm almost certain it's a B01, but I could be wrong. No, that's actually B03. Interesting. Alright. And we are back, boys. We are back. In the lane, we do see Tiny here in the guise of a smoke. It looks like they will send the Shadow Shaman forward. Has some wards that he wants to use and get vision around the map. Oh, but they're gonna commit the smoke under the vision. Radiant, they know exactly what's going on, and I think this is going to be completely read by the Radiant. This is so unfortunate for them. Hyppomaniacs just trying to get a good fight against Unchained. Radiant scan will be wrong. They are going towards this area of the map, but there are no Radiant heroes there. Everyone just camping this high ground area right here. And they might be able to pressure this tower at least, which is good. Alright, so they're still under the guise of the smoke. Just looking for some playtime. For now, they don't really find anyone. Oh, Network would be nice. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still so tired. I slept like 4 hours after I casted the Kuala Lumpur. And I'm gonna be casting this major and then Kuala Lumpur later. So it's gonna be kind of hardcore. Oh, Moonlight Shadow. They find their Phoenix, and that is the Avalanche Toss. Oh, they actually do get the egg out. Can they actually protect the egg? Oh no, can they get the stop the Winter's Curse? Will buy enough time. They get the stun, but no damage because of the Winter's Curse, and it looks like they will disengage. The Enrage gets committed onto the Earth, and the Fire Spirit is just slowing them down. Dire, do you really want to fight? There's no Moonlight Shadow or Enrage on this side, but there's also no Winter's Curse and egg, so both teams fighting with empty-handed, it looks like. They do have the Serpent Ward, so this is one of the biggest tools that Unchained has. But Dire is not gonna jump, and Radiant is not going to respond. Alright. They will clear up the wave here. Curry is level 14, already has the Hood, the Veil, and the EU Scepter on the way. He is as farmed as that Ursa, but yeah, not looking good for now. Alright, Slash Strike. Completed that Maelstrom, going for the BKB next. The Phoenix still level 9, so doesn't have the GPM talent. Really wants to acquire it now, so he's gonna be alone here in this top area. Just making sure that he's gonna have money for wards and money for items. You definitely want to complete that urn that he still doesn't have. He has the Heaven's Halberd selected here. So I am wondering if he's going to completely skip the urn, or if he's going for the Heaven's Halberd to be sure that the Ursa cannot, or the Ursa or the Mirana cannot take the egg down. Looks like the sensor keeps on farming right here. Alright. Centaur. looking for the bounding runes. We are approaching that time. We already see the Undying setting up here. And we see the Dire here setting up on this top area of the map. They will be able to get 2, it looks like. And Radiant will do the same. Double damage though. On the spawn here. No one has vision of it. In terms of Roshan, it's back. We saw in 11-minute Roshan, it was a relatively fast respawn. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the Ursa and see when he's actually going for it. Already has a Basher. This boy is super farmed, and it looks like BKB is going to be his next item of choice. Speaking of the Ursa, he just joins the Roshan pit. No scouting for now, but the Phoenix is around. Moonlight Shadow. If they somehow can get vision, Dire, you really want to go for this Roshan. You were expecting them to defend the tower, but they're just getting Roshan for free. The Phoenix. Whereas the Fire Spirits, Roshan could be up, but it looks like the Phoenix is not really concerned about that. In fact, they will start a fight here. The arrow will click onto the Wyvern, and the Avalanche Toss is definitely going to be enough. They find that one. That's a double damage Tiny. The Egg explodes. Aegis already onto the Ursa. They have to fully disengage, or else this is a lost fight for Dire. The Phoenix actually marches forward. Maybe just wants to cut the wave before she leaves this area here. We see a Jacuzzi usage here by both Mirana and the Shadow Shaman. So yeah, let's talk about the items. There's a Cloak. Glimmer Cape's gonna be next. The center with the Vanguard going for the Crimson. The Uceptor now done on to Curry. Still pretty farmed in comparison to everyone else. The Weaver with the Dragonlance Diffusal Blade is going to be the next one. And the Phoenix. Alright. So Phoenix, do you cut the next wave? What are you doing here?
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan, maybe looking for a Centaur. They actually have vision here, so they expected the Centaur to keep on going. But he did not. Went for it. And, oh, look at the Phoenix there. I think she cut one wave. Yeah, pretty much. Almost cut the entire wave. Mid lane, though. Ursa finds a free tower. No response at all from the Dire. And yeah. In terms of win percentage, we're about 70%, I would say. Bottom lane, our Curry boy is going for the Blink Dagger next. This tower here did took quite a bit of damage. Pretty much half of the HP is already gone. But the Necrophos was feeling self-conscious about moving too much forward. Ursa here has a cheese actually, so both Aegis and cheese onto him. Even back the Aquila here. Alright. Curry just trying to get this tower for free. It looks like it's gonna be a free tower. Radiant occupying the Dire jungle. Dire forced to stay around this area of the map right here. It's definitely not what they want, and now the Moonlight Shadow is going to be committed, and the first TP is going to be the Tiny, followed by the Ursa. Can they find a good jump? Both birds stack together, they find the center, but that is not an ideal target for the Ursa. They are waiting for an initiation, but they don't know exactly where they are, and with the Moonlight Shadow, it's pretty scary for the Dire to just jump. They don't have any centers here. This ward is going to be taken down by the Undying, and this is a pretty good engagement by the Radiant. They use the Moonlight Shadow, but Stampede gets used, they get a D-Ward, they don't lose anyone, and this tower is still pretty healthy. Tiny, he's level 14. Echo Saber going for the Shadow Blade. Blink Dagger done on the Shadow Shaman with Adrian. This boy is farmed. Jesus. Almost as farmed as the center. This is not looking good. No. Center shows up. And that is a pause. Alright, so let's just watch some weird shit while we are at it. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Weird shit. Oh wait a minute. What's happening?